What a place to close out the first full college football Saturday, just north of downtown LA at the Rose Bowl, where for Bruins fans, it is finally Nico time. All the chatter in the offseason and the transfer from Tennessee, Nico Iamaleava, is about to play in the blue and gold for the first time at UCLA. And Kyle Whittingham is back. Some talk that maybe he would retire, but
your transfer of quarterbacks. Let's get it on.
Off-season behind us. Time to close out the first full Saturday of college football from the Rose Bowl with the Utes and the Bruins. And a touchback gets us started. So Devin Dampier paired with his offensive coordinator. And now the question becomes, can he take what he did in the Mountain West into high-level college football? He pitches it out to the edge. And a first down out to Smith Snowden, who is playing two ways this year and tonight for Utah behind a really good offense.
Armpit to let it turn up.
First third down of the night. Flip to the right, throw to the left. And Utah converts out to the edge again with their two-way player, Smith Snowden, with another first down. Back there. 10-1 in the 100. Big fella's in there on third and short, and Utah moving that pile ahead behind that experienced and physical offensive line. Utah's defense excellent, as those numbers showed you in starting games fast.
Zero blitz.
And out to the edge, it opens up, and a first drive score for Utah. Wayshawn Parker welcomes himself to the Utes with a 13-yard score.
Watch this pressure. You're going to see the edge be set on this right side by Spencer Fano. Defensive coordinator Malloy takes a big risk there, bringing a zero pressure, and there's nobody setting the edge. Wayshawn Parker's not down and touch football.
Untouched, and that is no. They're going up against that Utah offensive line. He has turned into a terrific pass rusher the last couple of years at Utah. Almost batted down again this time. Iamaleava buzzes it past in there on the slant. It's a first down to Mikey Matthews, the former Utah. Here comes the heat. Iamaleava protected out to the edge, and Hudson Habermill can't get there. Dragged down just. With bodies loaded up. Iamaleava gives, and that's enough for the first down with Jalen Berger, their big 215-pound back. 0 for 1 on third down of this opening drive. Protected again on a third down, and underneath he goes. That is shy of the sticks. Usually that route carries you to the marker, but Matthews was 2 yards short.
Yeah, good execution.
They went for it on fourth down, 10 yards prior to this. And out of shotgun on 4th and 1. Here it's broken up incomplete. He buzzed it out to the flat, and Blake Cotton.
Smith, Brian Johnson, we're comparing Devin Dampier, not only athletically, but his leadership style, his leadership skills, and an athletically see that play action.
Accurate to one of the new guys they've got involved on. He sends 2 tackles to the NFL after this year.
He did not cross the neutral zone, so.
Dampier crossing him up. And a first down as he slides to the 25. John Vaughns was spun.
Not a great matchup for the Bruins.
Casual line dance that they just did. Off the motion, they give it. Snowden active early, lunges ahead, needs the 25, and he got it off the field on a third down. 3 of 3 first drive, 4 of 4 overall for Utah. It's Snowden out the other way, weaving out of a tackle. He's got the first down. He jukes his way for a touchdown.
You say Key Lawrence here is the edge setter. Sees the jet sweep designed here with the lead blocker. Has a chance to get him on the ground. But again, a good job, good feel for football, but you're worried about those DBs sometimes getting a little loose.
Well, the Heisman Trophy winner last year, what do you think? Think Spencer's got the one?
I'm going Spencer.
Right tackle for Utah has the one up.
But Logan's not giving up.
Logan is in there again. Back-to-back plays for Logan Fano. Do you want to rethink that? Everything has been short yardage on conversion downs for Utah. All day for Dampier. He's pointing. He's got nowhere to go. safely for a first down and out of bounds. So after all that, it ends up being short yardage again. Burst in the run game with Nakari Rogers for a first down. Over 100 yards on the night. Utah doing this against a good run defense the last couple of years. Open man, touchdown, Dampier. Flies it in there to Lander Barton. All the defense.
We said before, if you can run the ball, you can do anything. Here he's just going to sneak out that front side. A hard sell in the backfield. Too little, too late.
A starting linebacker.
Yes, yes!
And a starting corner.
Means that man right there is healthy, and he's healthy.
2 productive plays, touchdown saving tackle, and a big thump. And now Iamaleava leans ahead for a first down. Quarterback keeps it. But expected to be a big part of the offense for UCLA. On first down, pocket moving. Iamaleava escapes, stays on his feet. He's out to the edge through another tackle, and using those long strides to get out of trouble, and then some of the first. They have been third down and long most of the night. This is 3rd and 3.
QB draws.
Iamaleava got it on the ground last time and fighting his way. Needed the 20. The mark of that's going to be short, about a half a yard short. So a 4th down. Bring up a 3rd, 4th down of the night. Similar scenario to how the first drive stalled. And right between the guards, that's a first down. And the first trip into the red zone for Jalen Berger and the Bruins. All of Kyle Whittingham's time. And they got a push. Drive continues. Iamaleava floats it. And that is a touchdown. Anthony Woods out of the backfield. Scores against his former team.
Deshaun Foster said we've got the pounder in Berger. We've got the speed with Jet. And Anthony Woods could just do everything well. And right here, you see it out of the backfield. Great job securing that catch.
Woods was injured all of last year at Utah. He was a terrific back at Idaho. But Micah Bernard would have got Solatoa Moiai in there as an extra blocker. And Dampier running behind him. And he leans his way ahead, backing his way ahead for a first down. And it's a round. And a first down by penalty on a drive that started at their own 5. Now escaping out the back. And that's another first down for Utah as the helmet comes flying off. The drive started at their own 5 after the Smith-Snowden fumble on the kickoff. And then a few first downs. And now in plus territory on 3rd down. Dampier around the edge, and they rally up to get him. Isaiah Chisholm, the
3rd and funk for Utah. They can play their games in coverage and mess with you, take care of the ball.
They rush 4. They twist it up front. It's underneath the Woods, and he powers ahead. Oh, my goodness. Pile driving his way for the first down on Teo for what they just did. Get home to the quarterback. Twisting up front. Iamaleava escapes. He pumps, and he's tripped up. Jackson Benny, who we've seen on offense tonight, made the first down saving tackle, and he stays down with the to go. And Utah right back up in the ball on a 3rd down. And Dampier keeps himself. He's met in the hole, but has a first down. So the clock will stop for that. 21 seconds, 1 timeout. Still. So in range to try it with 1 timeout on a field goal at the end of the half. Do they have more in them? Dampier surveying. Running out of time to the sideline complete. First down to Larry Simmons with 5 seconds. He did miss an extra point earlier. First attempt of his college career. Curtis lets it fly. And Curtis, as advertised. No problem for the true freshman kicker. Pure from 54. 10.5 for Utah. With Utes fans across the country smiling about this offense after the first 30 minutes of this one.
Perfect execution, laces out, stroked, and into the net with plenty to spare. Kyle Whittingham says, "Told you so." I told you so.
Right wind elevation. That's what he's talking about. That 70 could be in the leg of Curtis at some point. So before that drive, perfect start.
There's Lander Barton on the play action pass corner route for the touchdown.
So second half begins with UCLA touching the ball. As Iamaleava and UCLA touch it for the first time in half number 2. And he floats it over the top. Good touch to Quasi Gilmer. And there's Gilmer for the first time tonight, starting the second half of the first down.
And on cue, just
to Gilmer. And after he floated one over the backers, he leaps over the backers. Gets the edge for a first down. Territory.
a little full house-ish.
Play fake again. It's Gilmer again. Just like the first play of the half. Play fake. Gilmer, first down.
Right now, he's feeling the RPO game a little bit. A straight drop.
Here's the heat again. It's picked up and incomplete. On the back hip of Gilmer. He didn't lead him. And it's fourth down. Bagani hit from 57 last year, so well within his range from 46. As UCLA looks for points out of the half, Bagani nails it. First 3 plays went for first downs, and Utah 7 of 8 on third downs. Utah with their first of the second half. Out to Snowden, race to the sticks. He's out of the tackle for a first down. 8 of 9.
Altitude.
Touching it 7 times too. They've given him the ball half his snaps on offense. A long throw. It's short, but dug out of there by Ryan Davis. And another first down.
And he's not just running
twice in a row. Dampier and Davis. We're back to the ground with Rodgers. Burrows ahead right to the sticks. And he's got a first down.
Good execution that time by Devin Dampier. Little zone.
Birmingham's offense is dominated on third down tonight. Another short one. And ahead for Rodgers. And this has been a showcase of all those field. Now he's at a tight end. And a fake to Snowden. Dampier dances and lowers his head. Big collision for a first down.
5'11", 210, and that's a
behind all that poundage, another first down. First and goal for runs in the defense for UCLA. They've been on the field for 15 plays as Rodgers ducks ahead, and Utah knocking on the door of a 3-score lead again.
Wayshawn Parker, 2 points for UCLA.
Look at the time that's been consumed.
It's demoralizing.
It'll be 9 minutes by the time this ball is snapped. And the run is stopped. So UCLA hoping to come up for 18 plays in a row, Vaughns. Here's the 19th. On the move, Dampier, his receiver fell down. Larry Simmons was breaking open, and now a decision. Utah still a 2-score game if you kick a field goal, might as well. Right? 4th and goal from the 2. Behind his tight ends, Dampier is in, paying off the 4th down decision.
And when you got this dude, you load it up. Extra alignment, tackle over situation. Keith Olsen, 74. 73, Tanoa Togia.
A drive that lasted all week. 13 on offense. They've held UCLA 2 of 8 on defense. Middle pressure picked up, and Gilmer has it buzzed past his hands. 4th down on the incomplete throw from Iamaleava. Down and 2. UCLA chasing 20 points. Iamaleava scanning, and he does it himself. Around the corner for a first down.
Great reaction by Nico to, when they're down 3 scores, got to go here. So just playing your 3rd and medium stuff. Get out.
Pressure at his feet, and down he goes. The heat for Utah. And with inside 14 minutes to go in the game. And Parker slow played it and then bursted ahead. And he's right at the line to gain. And he's got enough. First down.
just
by next week.
Yeah, this is a top 20 team easily, if not closer inside of 15. As you said earlier, this team with a healthy quarterback is a top 15 preseason.
Caught it or done both.
A bunch of unbalanced formations, a bunch of shift motions, a bunch of empty.
Well, back-to-back quick hitters, and their freshman tight end, who they are so high on, J.J. Buchanan. He's a hybrid tight end, wide receiver type. You there? Dampier steps up, eludes, lets it fly. Open man, Merriweather swings his way inside the 5. All the guys that have touched it tonight. That was his first catch tonight.
Elite football intelligence, Notre Dame and Cal. Makes sense.
Utah, wide open man. Dallin Bentley in for the score. And Utah pouring it on in Pasadena. 2-point try. Fake it, pitch it. And UCLA rallies up with John Vaughns to stuff it. Well, one of the few times tonight that Utah has not cashed in on short yardage. Dampier's got some wiggle, as advertised. And just like in the Mountain West, doing it in a big level game, this time to Merriweather.
They're undermanned against this team, across from them tonight. They're competing, and they're building for the future.
Pressure, got it away. Peterson has a first down as Iamaleava took a
go.
Fourth sack of the night, and this one's picked off. Utah forces its first turnover, and it's an interception for Trey Reynolds. And Utah 8 minutes away from 1-0. They give it to Andrews. They flashed him in the backfield all night, and the tight end showing his skills in the run game. Not just a blocking tight end, a running tight end. And a 25-yard hit for Andrews, who brings up first and goal. And out to the edge. And shy of us. It's easy to learn, hard to decipher for the defense, and that's definitely played out in real time tonight. On second and goal, it's Rogers turning his legs, and he is in. Nakari Rogers, his first Utah touchdown, and the Utes pouring it on at the Rose Bowl.
Great design and great execution. That's about 700 pounds of human being combined between Keith Olsen and Spencer Fano right there. Smart to run behind it.
6 of 6 inside the red zone tonight. Notable for anybody, but especially for Utah, Mark. About Utah is top 12 in the country playing for the playoff.
I think so. I think this Big 12 is so good, so wide open. The width of this conference literally spans the country. The quality.
Here's Ficklin, who has a similar skill set as Dampier, and he keeps that pile driving. A little burst, a little power for the backup Ficklin. Third down and 1 for Ficklin in Utah, and another first down. And UCLA not stopping it with those 3 timeouts, and Utah
coming up on paper, but they just got to execute and finish. And Utah has a great schedule ahead, and the funnest kind of adjustments and corrections are victorious.
They have done that, answered a lot of the questions that their fans had about what would Kyle Whittingham's team be like in year 21. Their first win in Pasadena since 2018. And after the Rose Bowl losses against Penn State and Ohio State, they are dreaming big now after a 43-10 win to open this one up. So official 43-10 in the books for Utah, beating their old conference rival, and a big